Did we start? Are we started?
Yeah, if you see the clock already,
Oh yeah, okay.
it says, "All right, hey, good morning, bruh." I mean, we had a great holiday season week. We kind of took a pause. We're back. How was your Thanksgiving, homie?
Oh, it was good. I didn't do anything this year. My parents went to California to visit my brother. After I went with I went to visit you. Well, I went
Mhm.
to Cali, and my parents were there. My brother lives there, so we're chilling. And then normally my dad cooks the turkey,
Oh,
and
nice.
we go to my parents for Thanksgiving, but they're not here, so
Ah,
they're at my brother's for once. So
ah,
we all just didn't really do anything. We went to my wife's grandma's place.
oh,
She's
okay.
92. She's 92.
Oh,
So every year we're like, damn, this might be her last
oh
whatever
yeah, because she's
birthday,
just
her
up in
last.
age. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's just that's
She's
the
still
that's the
kicking. She's
mentality.
still
Yeah,
kicking
she's
though.
she's
Yeah,
good though. Yeah, she's
yeah.
92. Or we don't even know how really I think because like something how Koreans did it with their age. We don't know her exact birthday, or
But
at least
it's
we
around
don't. Like
92. Yeah, it's around
they
92.
know. Like I think
Yeah.
the grandma knows, or she's lying to us or some shit. I don't know, but she's
Oh,
really old. Like she's small and tiny, but she's like she's very coherent, right?
yeah.
Does
Oh,
that
that's
make sense?
good. At least she's
She's
like,
all
yeah, yeah,
there. Yeah, she's
yeah.
all
She's
there.
alert.
Like as
Yeah,
she's young in the
yeah.
mind, in functionality, but
Hey,
in
did
the
I
brain
ever tell
function.
you? Did I ever tell you about Erica's grandma? She's like 89. So
Oh wow, so she's
oh,
there.
79 or 89. I don't know. I think it's 79, bro. I'm pretty
It's a
sure
big
it's 79.
difference.
Yeah, there it is. So
10 years,
like,
man.
because we always
Nah,
think
no, I'm
like,
joking.
how old is she? Yeah, so like, yeah, same thing, but she got her hip problems. And then like, what's funny is when we go to eat at her place, she doesn't want to be rude, right? So sometimes like older people have a smaller appetite. So we're sitting down, we got her Chick-fil-A, and then she's eating, but you could tell she's stuffing it in a napkin, like just not to be rude. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just tucking all her food away. So yeah.
That's not cute. That's it's
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 just
adorable.
cute, bro. I don't think a guy's vocabulary should use cute, but
Why? No,
adorable's cool.
why? When I see baby, I'm like, oh shit, baby's mad cute.
Okay, okay, that's okay. When you say mad cute, that's cool. Like when you
See,
say that's
I
cute, you gotta flavor it
I
up.
mean, if I call another guy, oh, that's
What?
cute. But if I tell him, oh, you cute, that's very demeaning to the guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you put it like, what? I ain't cute. If you call me cute, I'll be like, thanks, man, appreciate it.
Thanks,
I don't,
man.
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't roll that way, but I
yeah.
appreciate it.
So a lady boy could walk up to you in Thailand and call you cute, and you're fine with that?
I don't care. Why? So what?
Uh,
What? Listen. You're asking me a
I just
person,
messed
no
it. I just
matter if
messed it.
I know, but what you're,
Yeah.
but there are people that are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's disgusting, right?
Yeah, I'm cool.
It's
I grew up
actually
with every race, trans, gay, doesn't matter. I
yeah.
love all y'all.
So, but yeah, obviously we're all joking, but my response is just that if you're actually asking that somebody to whoever, and whoever is like, oh man, it's disgusting. No, what's happening is just you're another human being is giving you a compliment. That's the concept of
Yeah.
it, right? And okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Well,
I'll take
speaking
the
speaking of
yeah. Anyway.
concepts, so today's topic we're gonna talk about Marine combat training (MCT). Plus, we're gonna go a little bit into the different ways of your MOS school, which is the actual job you're gonna perform. And
Mhm.
I don't know what MOS stands for. I always just heard it.
Military operations skill
Oh, there we
or
go. See,
something like
that's why two brains are better than one. That's why I had to
that.
ask.
Or just mine.
We're just no, no. So if we had to put a cartoon character, so we'd be Pinky in the brain. I mean, obviously the brain's shorter, and you're Pinky.
That's right. I got that. But Pinky was actually, if you watch the cartoon and analyze it, Pinky was actually the one who was more sensible.
Okay.
Because Brain would overthink shit and do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
crazy thing. In actuality,
Diabolical.
in actuality, Brain, yes, he knew the smarts of it, but I think Pinky had the common sense of things, like
Yeah,
rationality.
yeah,
It's like, oh, but
yeah.
why don't we just do like, whatever,
I,
X, Y,
but
Z,
I
and
think
then
it's the
it messes
opposite.
up.
Though. I'm rational. You're not. Oh, this way.
I'm very
This way.
rational. I mean, I
Yeah,
am very
yeah.
irrational at times. Listen, I don't know. I'm a balance,
This
right?
way. Yeah, this way. Yeah. I'm not trying to like do I point? Like talk to you. I could smack you right here. Look.
It's your hands. All
Ah,
right, all right. So
so Marine
we did
combat
we
training.
we did 13 weeks of boot camp. You went to training. You went through hell in boot camp. You became a Marine, and then you did 10
Arr.
days off. Right? You got 10 days off boot leave or your recruiter training or recruiter help, whatever, and you might get a little bit more. And then after that, so it's like 10-day vacation somewhere
Yeah.
around that, and then you go to MCT, which is for East Coast Marines.
The
You
wannabe
go
Marine.
to okay, it was original. I believe Paris Island was original, so I don't know who wants to be the original. Who wants to be like the original is more
Yeah.
the wannabe. But anyways, 13 weeks in boot camp, then you do 10 days vacation, and then you go to MCT, Marine Corps Combat Training. Okay, Marine Combat Training, I should say. And that's now, so I looked it up. It's 29 days now. It was
Ooh.
22 days. It was 22 days, but in 2008, it went to 29 days. Why I think that happened is because obviously from 2004 2008 was like Fallujah and the height of the war on terrorism, and
Mm.
and we learned so much in close quarter combat, like in Fallujah,
Yeah.
in Fallujah, and going house to house. We learned so many more tactics. I believe the tactics that we were using were still from, Hue City,
Mhm.
where it was like Marines' biggest battle in Vietnam, going house to
Mhm.
house. Remember that? Hue City, house
Yep,
to
yep,
house,
yep.
Vietnam, and we learned a lot from there. But we also learned a shit ton from in 2004 to
Yeah, in Iraq
2008,
and
and
Afghanistan. Yeah, yeah.
especially in Fallujah, going house to house. Marines were kicking doors. We just know so much. We have more data. So obviously
Mhm.
they changed it, and I saw the training, how the new training is. It's very similar still, but they added a lot more to it. It
Oh,
makes
nice.
a lot more. Or I feel like not that it wasn't organized before, but it's a lot more focused, even more now because we have so much more information from
Mhm.
combat.
Given to us.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, from through experience, we just have this is the generation that has experience and we're teaching it. Like
yeah.
the experience is fucking fresh. It's not like, oh yeah, this is World War II, or just what happened in World War II, Vietnam or
No, it's current. It's
Vietnam,
it's in it's in 2000. It's
Somalia.
10 years, 10 years and going. So
Yeah, Somalia or
yeah.
Gulf War. This is actual from, shit when we were in 2021, 10 years ago,
Mhm. Yeah.
or a little more than 10 years ago. uh,
Yeah, a little more.
and yeah, so when I looked at it, it looked good, and I for the most part, from seeing how everything evolves,
Uh-huh.
I think, and changed in boot camp training or Marine Corps training in general, I see it for the better, man. It's getting
Of course.
tougher. It's more tough. It's a lot more tough, and well, let's tough in a it's different. It's subjective because back in the 60s and 70s, it's probably, or even
Yeah.
way back then, it was probably even, I don't know,
Yeah, the level of toughness, I'm pretty sure, was amped up,
change.
like,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Probably safety wasn't even an issue. So there's like this little different things we could go back and forth with. We can argue about what's being
yeah,
tough. It is getting a lot better for the tactical mindset, the mentality that you need to have, and the stuff that we need to know going forward, and with technology and all this stuff that's changing around the world and the environment and politics, I guess, because that should change the way we fight and or
yeah.
train to fight. So 22 days to 29 days, I'm not exactly sure was what was the exact
Beneficial?
change, but yeah, we don't know
Mhm,
what was added that changed, but I
mhm.
know for a fact that it's more drills and more uh uh tables, and it's the training, actual hands-on training
Mm.
that changed. It's not like, I don't know, some BS extra, what is it, 7 days. It's not just they didn't extend it for a week for no goddamn reason.
Damn, you're goddamn right, Marine.
So, yo, do you remember MCT? I loved MCT. I was so excited to go to MCT,
So
bro.
I just remember if you were a pogue or if you were an infantry guy, and obviously pogue, like
Mhm.
so um yeah, I don't like to me MCT was just like your introduction to a lot of uh machine guns, more like hands-on, like so basically they just wanted to polish your skills and make them a little more refined as far as like a rifleman or even just being a hand-to-hand combat. So
Yeah.
I really don't remember like too much of the train because like it was
So,
fast. I just remember it was just like real quick. Yeah.
well, it goes fairly fast because it's obviously a third of, or even a little less than a third of boot camp. So we just went
Yeah.
through this really long period, and after that, it's like after boot camp, everything else seems fast, and I don't want to say easy, but a little simpler, you know, because obviously the way you're treated is different. It's not
Mhm.
the way it works in the Marine Corps. In the boot camp, you get treated like shit, and then you become a Marine. Once you become a Marine, you still get treated like shit in a different way, though. you
Yeah.
get you get like, so in MCT, you're still like
Low man of the totem pole, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're not a fleet Marine, you know. You're a
A
Marine, but you're
boot.
not.
You a
You're
boot.
still, yeah. You're still you're a fucking
You're
boot, all right.
a boot.
Even when you
A
get
boot
to
talking about boots.
yeah, even even when you go to the fleet,
Uh-huh.
you'll still be called a boot until you know. I
Damn.
mean, that's gonna go on forever. You're gonna, because I still call each other our friends boots, and they call
Yeah,
me
like
boots. We're all
you're a boot.
boots. You know? When you become like, I don't know how it is. Maybe I want to see how sergeant majors are. Like that's the top of the totem pole in the enlisted, right? Sergeant majors and the Marine Corps.
First sergeant.
Sergeant major of the Marine Corps, and the sergeant major is the top there. And so I want to see if like when all the sergeant majors, because there's not many of them. Uh, I'm sure there's still a lot of them, but not many.
Oh,
And
you know somebody
that,
will punk them out like, "Hey, I'm the
yeah, I'm pretty
13-year
sure
sergeant
they have
major."
they have dinners and stuff like that, like sergeant major functions, you know, because that's like the top of the totem pole. They should
Yeah,
have
yeah.
secret meetings, dinners, right?
Secret,
I
yeah.
would. I'll be like, yo, sergeant majors, make a
Uh,
group chat with just sergeant majors,
group chat.
and I'd be like, I'd be like, I fucking boo. What's, like, because some people are who just became a sergeant major, and you're like, hey, welcome to the
Yeah,
club, boot.
yeah. But
And
still
that's
though,
the
like to at an early age to be sergeant major, like if you made it within
uh,
what 16, maybe less, like
I
if you
don't
made it
know.
less than 16 years, I feel like yeah.
Dude, I did it. On my TikTok, I did a story. I did a tribute. I do tributes on my TikTok, right? I do a bunch
Uh,
of stuff on my TikTok, but one of the big things I do is these tributes to not just the fallen soldiers, but just soldiers and airmen and Marines and
mhm.
Coast Guards. What do you call Coast Guards? Coast Guardians?
Coastals. I don't
Coastals?
know.
No, I don't know.
I'm just
But
kidding.
anyways, coastal, coaster.
No.
So what was I saying? Stupid coaster.
Yeah, you're talking about your TikTok, bro.
Oh yeah, so TikTok, I
Ding.
do tributes. I
Light
do
bulb.
tribute. Yeah, right. I do tributes to just to the fallen and to veterans and whatever, to active, to all the soldiers that deserve it. And one of the story was from Black Hawk Down. Do you remember Black Hawk Down,
Oh
the
yeah, of course
movie?
everybody knows Black Hawk
So there's
Down.
there's two Delta snipers that was there. Two Delta snipers, and I forgot the name, Gordy, right? I forgot which one it was, but one of them
Mhm.
is a sergeant major, and I think he was a sergeant major at a very young age. I think it was like 28 or
20,
30 or
28, 30.
30, maybe 30. It
Dang.
was very young. And
Yeah.
so people in the comments were like, whoa, sergeant major at whatever age. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't even notice that,
Mhm.
and some people were saying like, I don't think they gave shit for it, but other people, the one that actually I noticed is saying that he's hot shit. If you're a Delta, first of all, you're a Delta
Mhm.
sniper, and
Yeah.
then you're a Delta sniper, and you're a sergeant major, and you're at a young age, you're hot
That's a
shit.
big resume. That's a big resume
And
right
he's a
there.
Medal of Honor winner, or winner recipient. So you're a
Living,
fucking
living, living.
no. He died. He died.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
died. He died. He died in he was one of the 2 Delta snipers that were in the Black Hawk. They wanted to go down because one of the Black Hawks crashed, and you know, they had to go. They were looking from the helo up on top, and
Yeah,
they're like,
fool, I seen the movie, bro.
yeah.
I
So
seen the
they're
movie.
yeah. Well, people for whoever didn't and didn't know the story,
Yeah. Sorry.
they what they wanted to do was go down there, and it was actually 3 of them, 3 Delta snipers. The actual story, the true story, is 3 Delta snipers wanted to go down, and the command didn't allow them because, you know, they're like, yo, you're
It
gonna
was a
get
hot
killed.
zone. It
Basically,
was a hot zone.
yeah, you're gonna get killed. We don't even know if they're alive, first of all, and to put you down, we're gonna risk another bird just to go down low. So what they did, they kept asking and asking, and they finally said, all right, you fucks, you 2 of you could go, 1 needs to stay up though. So that's why 2 went. It would have been 3. It would have been more if there were more, obviously, you know, because that's how it works. That's how
they didn't know
how
the
we
numbers
are.
what they were going against. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They knew. No, they knew. They knew it was they knew. They're gonna fucking shit. They're gonna, you know, shit's
from
gonna
all
hit the fan.
angles. From all angles. Yeah.
And what they did, they went down and they got dropped off somewhere like 100 meters away, far, and they had to travel all the way there and then fight their way there. And then once they got there, they took everybody out, you know, whoever was injured, and everyone was like really fucking badly injured. And it was like about 5 of them, I want to say, including the pilot, 4 crew members and a pilot. My numbers could be a little off, but it was around there. And the 4 crew members were really hurt. They were alive. The movie doesn't show that. The movie shows, you know, it was only the one pilot.
They chose dramatization. Yeah,
of course, but which is fine. And you know, they got the gist of it. And but the 4 other crewmen, they, from what the story that I actually read from the citation, was that they were fighting, man. Everybody was just defending for themselves. They're just defending for their lives, and we had mobs of people surrounding you, throwing rocks, shooting bullets, AKs, handguns, and you're just getting shot at, pom, to the point where the four crewmen died. It doesn't state how they died, but during the fight they died. They could have gotten shot, but they were also so badly hurt that they died. It didn't matter if they were going to get they needed medical attention bad, and they died during the fight. And then the other 2 Delta snipers and the pilot, they were the last ones alive. The 2 Delta snipers protecting the pilot. Their whole mission was to protect the pilot, the crew. You know,
crew. Yeah.
It wasn't about them. Their mission is not to protect themselves. It was to protect the
they just want to make sure they come home. They want to make sure they come home.
Something, right? They wanted to give them a fighting chance, because they knew if they didn't go down there, they would get slaughtered. Either way, they're gonna get slaughtered. They wanted to give them a fucking chance.
Come on, you Delta sniper. Come on now.
That's bravery, bro. That's bravery. That's heroic. That's what it's about. That's how you gotta see it. It's not about like anything else. It's about yo, what are you gonna go down there for? You're gonna die, but we're gonna give them a chance. There's a chance that we can make it through all this. But
I'd rather give it that chance. Like, there's a possibility.
We gotta give it a chance. We gotta give it a chance. Anyways,
big ups to the snipers for sure.
That's crazy, man. So I don't even know how we got to that. Oh yeah, the Sergeant Major is. So he's hot shit, man. He was hot shit. Yeah. So Marine combat training. This is what this is the first real taste of basic skills that you're going to receive the first week. And anywhere you go in Marine Corps, whether you go from a unit to a new unit or to a training facility from your old unit, you gotta go through one thing which is very important, and we'll talk more about it after this, is supply. You gotta go the first thing you gotta do, which is, we'll talk more. Ron knows, he's the master on this right now,
the guru.
The guru on the subject. But we're gonna jump into that. But everywhere you go, the first thing you gotta do is go to supply. We did that in boot camp. We're gonna do that in MCT. And the first and last thing is always supply, right? I think it's pretty much a supply. Once you give up all your
relinquish your rights,
your gear, you got nothing. And they're like, oh, I can't train. Hey Kim, come on, we're gonna go on Pete or hike, or like, I have no gear. I turned in all my gear to supply. All right. Just fall back. You're no good. So the last thing you do is like, what? Well, that's the thing, right? Once you put in all your gear, once you receive gear, you're good to go. You're
Yeah.
whether you had the training or not, I don't know. But once you have gear, you put that shit on and fight. And the last thing
Yeah.
is, okay, once you put the gear,
So
once you
what kind of gear do you get at MCT?
you
Like I think it's
you
a
you
flak
get your
jacket,
first, you get all your the first taste of what you're gonna. It's like,
PPE.
yeah. So
Yeah.
once you get to the fleet, you'll be like, okay, it's all the stuff that I did in MCT, which is get my your flak jacket, which is your bulletproof vest kind of thing. Your I don't think they give you plates. I'm not
I
sure
don't think
about
they
the
get you
new MCT.
plates. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
they give
not
you
yet. Not
plates.
that's.
Yeah.
I don't think we got placed till the fleet, but maybe the new.
That's
But
the real bullet stopper right there.
and it's really heavy. It's heavy. I think that's the fleet training. As more in the fleet, you'll get your place.
Yeah.
We could be wrong, but that we didn't get it during our
Yeah,
time in
I didn't
MCT.
get it. MCT too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
So the first week, yeah, it's about in docking, right? Again, so now you got to go to supply. You got to get all your gear. Once you get all your gear, then you go to again with your squad or platoon or whatever they call it, and you begin your training. And so what MCT is Marine combat training, where you basically you get you get a taste of all your basic fundamentals in combat, and that's what separates us from not just Marine Corps boot camp separates from the hardship of our
Other,
training,
yeah.
but the MCT is what really separates a supply Marine from a supply soldier or supply Air Force airman, supply, and from other branches, or armor from this is what makes Marines is that we're so uh, uh, reluctant to combat. We know every Marine's a rifleman.
Yeah.
That's the mentality
Only
that they install.
eat and breathe and shit it out. So
Yeah,
definitely.
so you are because you listen, when you join the Marine Corps, you have to have a certain mentality, right? I'm expected to fight, right? That's what I
Front
don't know how they.
line. They kind of breed you. They say you're the front line
Yeah, the
members.
first.
You're first
Yeah,
to
you're first to
combat. Yeah,
fight. First to
first to
fight.
fight.
You have the few, the proud. You're always. That's what you're sold on. So when you're joining, don't. I don't. There's gonna be some people. I never see anybody that's like surprised, like, oh, what? I don't want to do this. Like, what? This what you.
Basically,
Then why don't you
Marines don't.
join?
They don't. Yeah, they don't build suckers, huh? We ain't no suckers.
Yeah. And that's the story that I told last time about Dakota Myers, the Medal of Honor recipient, who
Yeah.
who I also did a TikTok on. Remember, I spoke briefly
Yeah,
about that, where
yeah.
he also said something about when he was in Afghanistan, how he was with an army unit or attachment, and they got IED, they got attacked, and he ran to the Humvee and he said, "Get on that 50 or whatever machine gun that was on the turret." And their response was, they were just sitting in the truck, and their response was like, "We're not combat effective.
Yeah.
We didn't sign up to
Yeah.
do combat." And that's tough to hear when you're in the shit, when you're a Marine, especially somebody like Dakota Myers, who's a Medal of Honor winner, who just killed a man with a rock, and had his team died. Almost his whole. I think it was 3 other men, four guys died on his team, and you're telling me that you didn't sign up for this. You're in fucking war, and you didn't sign up for this, and it's
the same
fucking
theater,
heartbreaking.
the same garrison. It's not
It's
nothing. It's not a
heartbreaking, man.
game. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to have somebody that's willing to give it their all, and then you have another your American teammates are right there.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Army, Marines, Air. I'm just they're Americans
In
teammates, and
person.
they're
In
like,
person. I
like,
can't do that. Like,
I
nah, I'm
can't
cool.
do it. And I'm like, oh, that broke my heart, man. That broke my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. I broke my heart for Dakota, because if you ever felt alone, that might been one of the
That might have
biggest
been a
times.
point right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that you feel so alone, that I'm in this fucking fight by myself, and I felt that shit, and it hurt.
Yeah.
All right, but so that's why Marine Corps combat training, Marine combat training, I believe is so vital, and it's very important that when because it's not the holy grail. It's just a very basic mentality that's going to teach at a really young age, or young devil pup. You're still young in the Marine Corps, so once you get into the fleet, you'll have a better understanding, or definitely if you go to combat, you'll have a huge understanding. So the first week you get your supplies. You get all your gear. And again, you just get all your what do you call that? I, Molly pack or
Oh,
Ilby pack?
LB.
Yeah, they got a new
Yeah,
one too. It looks,
but I think that's what we upgraded because I don't remember when we had
you know, we
Alice
had
back
the
during our
we
time.
had the we had the we had the Vietnam era one, and then we
Uh,
had
oh,
the
Alice pack. It's called the Alice pack.
yeah, and then we had the Mali. We had the Mali one with
Yeah,
the green. It had the green digi pattern on
yeah.
it.
It'll be.
And then now there's a new one. It's Coyote. It's all brown. Coyote
Yeah. Oh,
brown.
that's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, that's
Yeah, and
cool.
it looks better. It looks obviously it's the next generation of it,
No,
and
you can't rock green at the desert if you go to the
yeah,
desert.
right, yeah. So that's what I didn't really like. We had green. No, nobody
Yeah.
cared. Like, okay, whatever. Just put it on. Because remember when my brother went to Iraq during the invasion, he went for the invasion of Iraq,
Uh-huh.
uh, and they would wear their desert tri patterns. Remember
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
digi tri patterns, tricolor, and then over that they will wear their dark green NBC suits,
Ugh. Screw
which
that.
yeah, and then which I mean now they changed. I think I seen like desert, but it's okay. It's all logistics. All right, we can't maybe we can't manufacture different colors, but we already have that.
Ooh. Yeah.
We already have
I
that in
mean,
use. I don't know. I'm going off subject, but uh, so that's where you're gonna get all your gear, and then you do. I know for the first week it goes slow. It escalates, right? So you're
yeah.
gonna do
Because
your
there's a bunch
land
of
nav.
classes. Oh, land
Yeah, you
nav.
do.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You
you do
the
classes. So you do
compass.
your classes.
The
Yeah.
compass. Yeah.
So you do your classes. You're in the Marine Corps. You're gonna always have classes. You're gonna be learning a lot of stuff. There's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of class environment, right? You're
So
gonna be
yeah, so
sitting in a
then land nav,
classroom
what
environment.
didn't you do a daytime and a night one for land nav?
Yeah, right. I know we did a night one too.
Yeah. That just
I think
reminded me of
everything
something.
in MCT, what we do in MCT is gonna be a daytime and a nighttime,
Uh-huh.
day
Oh,
and
sick.
night. Yeah. So
So there was the
land
day
nav,
training and a night training. Oh, okay.
yeah, land nav is very important. I mean, I learned it in MCT, but I think where I really learned it was being taught from a scout sniper when I went to Sears, and
Mhm.
he really the way he
The
taught me
clicks
was
and all
what
that, how to measure the
yeah,
map. Yeah.
and how to see topograph, like
Mhm.
so you don't know where you are as long as you have a map. He showed me you could find wherever you are, and using topography, like
What?
how the map is, the topography, where if there's a mountain you could see the circles of elevation. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, okay.
so if I know there's like few mountains, I could see the topography of on the map. Oh, this mountain on this map is higher, so I could see
Ooh.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you could see
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
are by
You could build
mountains
the
and
route.
land.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and then be
yeah.
like, okay, this is where I am, and this is how many clicks each box is a click, and all that stuff. We could get into that, but that's where I really got my um like understanding of
Full
land nav. I'm
understanding.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, holy shit, okay, because I love that guy. Why? And I remember. I wish I remembered his name. But
I love that guy, but I forgot your name.
yeah, I wish I was intimidated. I remember I just turned PFC. I was a PFC and I
You
went
see
into
the
Lance.
lance, you got some
Yeah,
rifles on you. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was still intimidated a little because they're all I was a boot. I was boot that went to Sears, and I was like,
Boo.
oh, Sergeant Scout Sniper. I'm like, you know didn't I spoke with him, but I didn't really get
Yeah,
friendly
because
with him.
you wanna be cool. You don't wanna seem like a groupie. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. Well, not even seem like a groupie, but yeah, you know what I
You
mean. Yeah,
are a
exactly.
groupie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Oh my
like,
god, the
oh my
sky,
god,
Sears School, I heard so much about you. Oh my god.
I want to be just like you. Uh, so,
Uh,
oh man, he would tell us some crazy stories because he was in Fallujah in
oh,
2000.
oh, and one of the
Yeah,
first
because
people.
I went to Syria school in 2005, and
Oh,
Fallujah, the
yeah.
battle of
It
was
was just popping
2004.
off. Yeah, yeah. It was just
Yeah, it
popping
was.
off.
So he was there. He said, "Yo, it was crazy what they used to do." He would bring, the assault packs that we
Uh-huh.
have, the day
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They just filled that whole pack with grenades, and they would carry packs of those around and start
Wow.
lobbing them everywhere. Yo, when they fought,
Wow.
the war stories he told me, puts my war stories to shame, you know, and I don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be in
compare.
comparison, but
Yeah. But
I'm
just
just
the
telling
time,
you,
the time he went in. Yeah.
yeah, I'm telling you, they Fallujah in 2004 was no fucking joke, you know.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
no
It
joke.
was the hottest zone. To like everybody know. Everybody knew
We
about
drove
that.
through it many times when we were in Fallujah in
Uh,
2007, and it was just fucked up. It was riddled with
yeah.
bullets. The town was just, uh,
Crippled,
uh,
huh?
it
Yeah.
was a war zone, man. You could see all
Yeah.
these bullet holes everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I'm not
Yeah.
even being. I'm not trying to be like dramatic and stuff. I'm telling you, there were. It's
Like
just.
what he saw.
I have
Yeah.
everything's just torn
Destroyed.
up. Yeah,
Destroyed.
the city of
Yeah.
Fallujah. Hopefully it'll bounce back. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Phil, so land nav is very important. You're gonna learn that. I think
Wow.
yeah. So the video that I saw on land nav, I mean MCT, the way they portrayed it was actually, again, like I gotta say, I feel like it's more hands on, a lot more
Yeah.
into, you know, it's a lot
So
better. I want to say,
yeah, because
not
I
that it
don't think you
wasn't. Not
fire. You know, I don't remember firing so many weapons at MCT, or did
we
you?
did, we did, we
Okay,
did.
because like
So
I always get because we went to that separate machine gunners course. So that's why I always get those
yeah,
two kind of
I always
like
did so much
yeah,
training. That's why. Okay,
yeah,
once, yeah, well, trust me, you do this. Everybody looks the same in America. We're all wearing the same shit. Everything
yeah.
looks the same, and it's just time difference. And that's what. Watch, you do 4 years. After your 4 years, you're gonna be like, whoa, what was what, and what was this? Because
It's a
everything was the
blur.
same. Everything was,
It's a
first of all, yeah, it was a
blur.
blur because everything was the same. You're doing repetition. You're doing the
Yeah,
same thing over and over. You're mastering. You're being a
your craft.
master at it.
Yeah. You're building your
Because when
craft
you
up. Yeah.
because once you go into theater and perform your craft is when you're gonna see it.
Theater.
Yeah, which is war
That's what they
or
called it
combat.
though. Huh? That's what
Yeah,
they called it. Like, hey,
it's called
we're
theater.
gonna go to theater. So
Yeah, in theater. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure I always took it as, you call it theater because that's where you perform, right? I think everything else
oh
is rehearsal. So even like special operators, like Navy SEAL operators or Green Berets, whatever, or even Marine Corps, we do rehearsals.
yes, we
We
do.
do rehearsals. Like, we do a mock makeup of whatever mission, a
Yeah.
house. Oh, we know that house is, has 3 floors, or you know or urban terrain training. We know this. These are all rehearsals, how to kick in
Yeah.
doors and who moves in first, and that's
Yeah,
what the
we got
performance.
the recon of it. We got yeah, basically we always prepared. Like that's what
You
one
have
thing
to
the
be.
Marine Corps
You
taught me.
have to
Yeah,
be. Yeah.
yeah. Preparation is a must
And no
because
matter
you want to know.
how prepared you are, shit's gonna not go your way.
Go
Nothing
sideways.
goes
Stuff goes
yeah,
sideways. Yeah.
nothing goes according to plan. And then obviously that's why Marine Corps, one of the biggest thing is called adapt and overcome, because just because it wasn't in the playbook, you gotta adapt.
Brother,
Whatever wrench is thrown into
you
your
got to go through that
ears.
wall. You better figure that out.
Yeah, right. You gotta figure that fast.
You gotta figure that out fast because you ain't got
Yeah.
so much time on your
So
hands. But yeah, so land nav you talked about, and then I think we fired a lot of machine guns too. No, like the 240 Golf. Was it a 50 cal fired or not?
I don't know if I fired a 50 cal. I definitely 240. We definitely 100% we
Yeah,
did
I
240.
know for
That's like
sure
the bait.
50 cal. Yeah,
Yeah, 240 is your, obviously the 50 cal machine gun is
yeah. The bullets are
the
the size of
shit.
pens. Like
Yeah, it's the shit. It's like 6
man.
inches, I believe. And
Hey,
but
bro, this
50
is
cal's
this
the
is a
shit.
family show. We don't want to know about your 6 inches, but go ahead.
I wish. No, but
Yeah,
a
you're
girl could
Asian.
dream. A girl could dream.
But basically,
So,
yeah, like nothing firing like a 50 cal because those rounds you hit somebody, you hit something.
dude, the
There's a big
velocity.
gaping hole. Yeah.
This is what I've been told. You know,
Uh-huh.
and taught. I don't know if it's true. It
You're
seems
the
sensible.
armor. I mean, you're the armor.
It makes sense. It makes sense that this can happen. The velocity
Uh-huh.
of the 50 cal bullet from the gun itself, when it shoots, if you can't stand, you're not supposed to stand near the barrel of it. Now, obviously for many reasons, but one of the reasons,
Yeah, I don't
my
think you
point,
should.
my point is to show how strong this weapon is. this weapon
Right.
system is that once the velocity of the bullet when it shoots out of the barrel is so powerful. The round itself is so powerful and fast, and the gun and whatever, everything's so powerful that if you're standing so close to the velocity will rip your skin off.
Ooh.
That will, as soon as it
It'll
goes,
pull
it'll pull your skin with it. I don't know. It makes sense. It makes sense, obviously. That's why when I watch Superman or any superhero movie and they pick up a chick and they fly with the chick, that logically can't like scientifically it can't happen, because you'll fucking rip their whole the velocity and all and gravity and force and
shut it down.
Everything comes into place will rip that person apart.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. That's why
that's
pilots have to go through training. They have to go through G-force. That's why you ever see like NASA training?
Nah.
When they're in that machine.
Oh yeah. Oh, to get
they
dizzy and all that.
Yeah, G-force, the G-force, and they spin.
Oh, I didn't know that was G-force.
You could see like their skin get like pulled back, you know. But think about that at even at the speed of sound, like not speed of sound, because bullets are traveling, I think at least
what
1,200 miles, 1,200 feet per second. Per second, something like that. I don't know. It's really fucking fast. But anyways, that's
super fast. Yeah.
So the 240 is the medium machine gun. 50 cal is the heavy. It's been around since World War II. You know, and it's just been modified. It's a very great. I think it's gonna be with us forever. I'll be a little sad when they take it out of the Marine Corps or military in general.
Is that the rumor?
That's not gonna happen. But they are changing a lot of shit. Obviously, technology.
I don't think they should. Yeah, technology, because there's drones and all that.
I mean, everything. Yeah, I mean, but the weapon system itself, that's such a great weapon, man. It shoots. Yo, people snipe with that. You know, can snipe a mile. You know, Carlos Hathcock.
There is a sniper rifle equivalent to that, right?
Yeah. The 50 cal sniper rifle or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot. Mark something. I should know. But there's multiple variants. Anyways, so
I think so too. You fire that at MCT, the Mark 19, the little bloop bloop.
Do you fire that? No, I don't think you fire that at MCT.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. But they do make you familiarize yourself with the 240 Golf, which is the medium machine gun. The 240 Bravo and the 240 Golf. I think they switched over. The Marine Corps switched over to the Bravo now, which Army originally used. I learned.
So we don't have like a 249 Golf or the
249 SAW, which is a light machine gun. So there goes light machine gun, medium machine gun, and heavy machine gun. And then you got your anti-tanks, which is like even bigger, with 30 millimeters. But with the 249, it's an infantry squad weapon, right? It's a squad weapon. That's why they call it SAW. So it's
in a fire team. At least one man should carry that. Yeah, in a fire team.
Yeah. It shoots 5.56, which shoots the same rounds with the M16s or M4s that we carry, and the NATO round. It's very reliable. I love the SAW. You know, I think
that's why they call it the SAW.
but the MCT, I don't believe we. I think we familiarize ourselves on it, but
we never went to a range and fired. I don't think
the 240 Golf is what they mainly is your, how do you call that? What do you call like the pinnacle? What the fuck is that? What's the word I'm searching for? Quintessence of machine guns. Like, it's just the
damn, that's a fancier word than me, Alex Trebek. Like, I'm cool. I was like, I would have thought of it. How you say it? What?
Quintessence. It's like the it's not the best. It's just the primary, you know,
source of weapon.
Yeah, you know, that everyone should know. You know, it's a medium. It's medium. It is the medium machine gun, and we call it the medium, the middle. You know, and it's like the one that everyone should know and get familiarized, because you will see you're more likely. I think the way I should explain it is that you're more likely to be behind that gun. Let's say if shit hits the fan, you're in combat.
Yeah, you want to be behind that gun. Yeah,
or you're most likely. Well, what I'm trying to say is that you're most likely gonna if the situation comes where you have to go get behind a machine gun, you're most likely gonna find yourself with the 240.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's a
but
good
I
way
don't
to
know.
put it.
There's more 240s. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. So there's more 240s produced, I believe,
All
that
right,
we
we
have in
got
the
it.
Marine
We
Corps.
got it.
So
We got
you
it.
know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, you
I'm
learn
all
that
like,
shit.
we got it.
You're gonna learn how to disassemble. You learn how to disassemble it, reassemble, the basic field stripping. The functionality of the operation, how it operates with the bolt pulled back, how to
Nice.
load it, how to unload, how to troubleshoot if there's a jam. You're gonna learn all these little basic things, and then you're probably gonna go shoot out
They
a
do
few rounds.
jam. They do jam.
All guns jam. All guns jam. All you gotta do is
That's
rack
why I
it
make
back.
sure you clean your rifle or clean
Clean,
your guns.
clean your weapon system. Yeah, clean everything. You gotta keep it. That's why, yeah, Marine Corps is always about having
Hey,
shit
thanks for
clean.
cleaning my rifle, by the way.
I didn't clean it. I never
we
cleaned
had
it.
we had our minions to clean it.
I
Right?
never cleaned it.
That's
I cleaned.
what's cool.
I cleaned my rifle all the time though, because I had
Bro,
time.
because I know
I was
obviously
in there.
you're in
I always
there in
clean
the
my rifle.
armor, and then he's just chilling, and then so every time like, hey, I would call him, I'd be like, hey, what you doing for lunch? Or
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's fun. Yeah, that's fun times. Fun times.
So then
Um,
MCT is full of that. Then yeah, so you learn about the 240, 249, disassemble, assemble, land nav. What else is there? Because like
so you're gonna go. So it's basic field operations, right? So you're going.
like
It's
if
like
you're in the field, like if you had
So it's
yeah
it's like Crucible. It's kind of like the
enhanced
Crucible.
but
Yeah, but
slower
modified. It's the Crucible
yeah
modified. So it's just 29 days of
field
being
work.
kind of field work. You're gonna have paint. There's gonna paint on your
Oh yeah, you
face.
put war paint. Yeah, you put war paint. I
Yeah,
forgot about that too.
the you gotta land that. I think you're gonna do. Okay, another thing you're gonna do is grenade. You're gonna throw your
Oh, is
first
that the first
grenade.
time you
Remember?
did it? Oh
Yep.
yeah, I forgot. So
So the
do you remember
army,
your
yeah,
experience or no?
I remember when my army buddies came back from army basic training, and they got to throw
Uh-huh.
grenades. Then I'm like, oh, what? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, we didn't
they
do
went,
that in boot camp.
yeah, they went to basic training in army, and I went to boot camp in Marine Corps, and we both were on leave.
Nice.
I remember a couple of us, something like that,
So
and
of
they're
course you
like,
had to
oh yeah,
compare. You had to compare.
we threw this. I'm like, oh man, we didn't throw
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
But they go to MOS training after that. We go to, and then I had to go to MCT, Marine Combat Training.
Right.
So there's
So
like
then,
another.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's tiring. I had to
So
do
so
one
speak
thing
about
extra.
that, bro. Talk about your first
Uh,
grenade toss, because I'll
yeah,
tell you about
it
mine.
was.
I
So
remember
the whole
now.
point is to build your confidence, right?
Well, it's a live grenade. You better throw that thing.
Yeah,
because I remember they had what, those paper ones, or there was like some duds.
No,
there are duds.
yeah. So what they make you do is train with the proper with duds, right? It's just like metal.
Like a dud. It was
The
a
grenade
dud.
itself that's hollowed out,
Yeah.
and just get you the feel of how to throw
Throwing
that
that
shit.
mother sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not even just that. It's like put it to your chest. Remember, you like put it to your chest.
Oh yeah. Put it to your chest.
Pull the pin.
Hold the thing though.
And then this is your
Yeah.
Where is it? This is your how to aim.
How to aim.
Yeah, you gotta aim this way and then
because
throw
they
it.
said if you never threw a baseball, you better throw it this way. But me,
Yeah, so
I'm an athlete. You never threw a baseball, huh?
Me? I was
Yeah.
I was in the baseball team.
Oh, that's
baseball
something new. I never knew that.
right?
I never knew that.
Well, for a little bit I got kicked off because I never went to practice. I just
Yeah. I guess no dedication on that time. So.
I didn't even make it to the team yet. I was still in that, the team was being formed. I was still in like
Right. So basically, go ahead, go back to what you were talking
anyway,
about.
I threw a baseball before. You're not asking me.
Okay,
I never threw a baseball before.
My bad. I didn't know. I was like, you're on a baseball team? I don't know. Because like I said, they told people to do that if you never threw a baseball because it gives you a little
Who never threw a
aim.
baseball? What kind of childhood did you ever have that you never threw a baseball?
I threw a I'm just, there was people
Or
in my
football
MCT training
that never threw anything?
like not even a frisbee, bro. Not even a frisbee. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but
insane.
basically,
Where did they come from? That's crazy. Yeah, that's funny though. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I guess there are, and that's why they have to do it. It's like
yeah, because it's a live grenade.
Well, you know those signs, and like when you go to somewhere random, like a supermarket, and then you see a sign that says "Do not do this," which is like, who the fuck would do that? Why is there a sign for this? It's because somebody did it,
Yeah.
or somebody did it. It's because it happened, and that's why they're saying that. It's because I guess, like you said, some people have never threw a fucking baseball before, and they had to do it like that, which makes sense. It is accurate if you do it right. There is a science
Yeah.
behind it, how to aim and throw that, because you can only you're supposed to throw that. You're not trying to lob that shit
I think they
like a
did that
football,
for like a couple of hours, huh? Like 2 or 3 hours.
I forget how long you have to.
Basically they do a lot of training, and then when you get up to it, oh, you're fully suited. You have the
Mhm.
Kevlar, you have the flat coat, and then you have
And
to
then
go behind a wall, right?
yep, you're behind this concrete wall with
Uh-huh.
your instructor. So it's you and your instructor.
Oh man, talk about this. This is funny. Go ahead, go ahead.
And okay, my first of all, my own experience, yeah, I was a little nervous, obviously, because I was like, oh
Hell
shit, I
yeah, you about to throw
never,
a grenade.
yeah, I'm like,
You
I
about to
never
do
been
some
around.
Rambo shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
never been around a live grenade. Like, again, like I said, I'm from New York City. I never was around the
You
stuff.
sure you don't have grenades in New
Stable.
York?
Yeah, right. Not
In the
even weapon, like
bodega? You still go to the bodega and be like, hey, let
probably
me get
right.
some
Well, I
candy and
didn't.
then a
Okay, so
grenade.
I guess it didn't matter where I'm from. I just didn't live that lifestyle to be around grenades. So
Oh, so there are cities that have grenades. Please
probably
don't tell because this is a show.
a Russian mob probably has a grenade.
Hey, we don't want to talk about any mob. So
So
basically,
I
you
did
go
it.
behind the wall. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
go to your
I did the
trainer.
numbers, put it to your chest, hold it,
Nice.
hold it tight, pull the pin, and once that pin is out, that's
That's when your balls just go up to your douche.
yeah, because there's a pin, and then there's another hinge that the pin is keeping it together from the
Woo.
actual body of the grenade and that hinge. And once that hinge off, that's when the fuse starts. The
It's
fuse
live, and you
ignites.
have what,
Yeah, it's
5 seconds,
live.
right? 5 seconds.
It's 5 seconds.
Yeah,
It could,
5 seconds.
that's the manufacturer's, I believe, thing. 5 seconds, but it could be less. It could be more. I
Could be
don't know.
more. Yeah.
Once you pull that pin, once you better get down once you throw it. You know.
Yeah.
So once you
Don't be
release,
the one to throw it close like a moron. There were Marines that
yeah.
did
So
that.
my whole goal was just there's a dummy. There's like a rubber dummy out like maybe like 15 yards away from you. I want to
Yeah,
say
like
something like that.
25 feet. Yeah, 25
Uh,
feet maybe.
Somewhere
Yeah.
a good distance, but good enough distance where a person can throw this heavy metal ball basically, and the grenade has a kill radius of 5 meters. This is from
Yeah.
what I remember. 5 meters kill radius. So if you're within the blast of the
You're
uh
dead.
5 meters, you're pretty much dead. And then it has a casualty, or it'll fuck you up within 15 meters.
15 meters.
Yeah. That's why in Iraq or wherever, when we patrolled, we were always at least, or when we do MCT training, that's what they always say: 15 meters apart, stay 15 meters apart.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's what
hand signals.
you'll learn that in MCT. And, you'll learn hand signals in MCT. And but one of the things you also learn is to stay 15 meters apart. Why? Because if
Yeah.
there's a grenade thrown in
Grenade.
this, everybody, only one person will get killed. Basically, the whole concept is to minimize. You can't avoid, you could try to avoid deaths and casualties,
Contact. Oh yeah.
but to the whole goal is to minimize it. But the whole goal is to complete the mission, no matter what. No matter what.
With
And
everybody, no man behind.
yeah, but within us ourselves, we want to do it with the least amount of casualties.
So obviously you were successful.
Sucks,
You
but
threw it over the wall. I mean, did you
it was a
feel
little
good
nerve
after?
wracking.
What was the feeling after?
My whole goal was to just make sure I get it over this wall
Close to that dummy,
close to the dummy, and
Yeah.
not to get yelled at. Because
Alright.
there are some people, and then I was relieved. That was good, and you're good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't get so. There are people that get so nervous that
They drop it, bro. They
it's like
drop it like
you know what it reminds me of. Hey, and then you're gonna be like, oh man, how can you do that? Watch, like if you ever watch baseball and you watch the opening game day throws made by whoever, they have like a guest come and make the first pitch. You ever see, like George Bush did it. 50 Cent did it. Like a bunch of people, they go
Oh,
there and
50
throw the
Cent
first
was
pitch.
whack. If you ever seen that, that was a funny
And
one.
that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent threw a ball before, but under the pressure of throwing something
You shrivel up.
accurately, you shrivel up and you're gonna make fucking mistakes. And this is what happens when you don't practice. And this is what the whole point, or if you don't have
Ooh,
experience.
practice.
And when you're under the pressure, you're gonna fuck. And when you're under the pressure, you're gonna fuck up, right?
Yeah.
And people fucked up. There's people.
Oh yeah. Tell about those. Talk about those.
Yeah. So the goal is, I mean, I think that it's more about the instructors. When I was there, I didn't see really anybody
I
fuck
did.
it up.
I'll
really.
tell you.
You did?
I'll tell you. Yeah, hell yeah.
The
So basically,
instructor taught us a lot.
yeah. So I don't know who it was, but I think it was like before me because it was obviously before. Because what's cool is they take you a far distance where you could see. Do you remember? You could have or us. We had a top view. So we were kind of far where they threw it, but we could have a view of what they're going through. So while you're waiting in line, there's stages of learning, and then the final stage is everybody throws a grenade. So everybody's lined up, so you could see the guy before you. They make you go up these little stairs and just to overlook, just to see how, like. And I think the message behind that was like, okay, don't mess up like this guy. So obviously the first, I forgot, 5 or 6 people scared. And you could tell the guy, he was shaking, and the instructor said, he gripped the Marine, says, "You throw this Marine as far as you can." Like, and you could see the instructor just like, yo, fucking Marine pulls it. He's already like that, and he throws it, but I guess it's pretty close where the instructor had to grab the dude, roll over, and then because there's this other area, if shit is pretty close, and yeah, it blew it, and they just caught some rocks, but basically,
that's right. That's crazy. That's fucking insane. Yeah, I forgot.
yeah.
So there is a cement wall that you stand behind with the instructor that you got to throw it over, and then you're right. There is another, like a ditch where the instructor,
like a hole or something. Yeah,
where it's like a last second ditch where the instructor can pull. I guess they're trained to do that. Pull the Marine who's training with them into the hole, and it's a last second ditch to save their lives if they fuck up. How often is that used? I don't know.
I don't know, but it was just that when I saw it, I was like, what a moron. Because to me, like I said, just throwing a baseball. Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, and then like when you come back, everybody clowns you like, damn, fool, you couldn't even throw a grenade. What kind of Marine are you? Like, so like, you got to get clowned.
Yo, clown, it's just crazy, you
could have killed somebody. Yeah,
you killed yourself.
Yeah, you could have killed yourself,
or anybody in 50-meter radius.
Yeah, that's a good reminder. So what else do we do? Because that sounds like some fun stuff. Then we go to MOS school, huh?
No, well, the most important
thing
about
the
most important thing about Marine Corps training, Marine combat training. The
Just
most
say
important
MCT. I think they heard it like 20 times.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever's just tuning in, MCT, the most important thing is MOUT training. You remember MOUT?
MOUT. Remind me of that.
It was military.
Doesn't it stand for something? Yeah, it does stand for
military operations in urban terrain.
Oh, they collectively do all the training in one big old course.
It's
right?
just urban. It's urban. It's house to house. Remember?
Oh yeah, how to clear a room. How to clear
rooms and houses. How to do all that stuff.
Oh, that's second nature already. Sorry, I got so much of that at war.
and that's I think that's what they did a bigger focus on, maybe. I hope.
Emphasis.
Yeah. Because we learned so much in house to house, right? And I think house to house is really important right now.
It's the best. So I think so. Yeah, I think
so. As a Marine, you're gonna go into the field. I mean, into the fleet, and you might not. It's a good thing to pay attention in MCT, because when you go to your unit, you might not be in a combat unit that goes out to the field and train for this stuff. That does these urban trainings. hopefully they change that all units train like that, even band.
Mhm.
Maybe I hope that they do that, because it should be that all Marines should know how to do this shit.
Mhm.
Even if it's once a year training, even if you're not a combat unit. Because why? There are non-combat units that go to Iraq to combat areas, and they'll find themselves in this shit situation. It's very
Mhm.
possible. Once you go
Oh,
into
yeah.
the war area, you're in war. I don't care where, once you're in country, you're in country. So you should be
Mhm.
ready as much as at least that's my mentality. If you're gonna send me somewhere, I want to be fucking prepared.
Yeah, stellar,
As much
stellar.
as
Yeah.
as much as possible. Uh, but so that should be the mentality, and I think this is that's why MCT, I think, is a huge difference between like a supply
Oth
Marine versus
Mhm.
a supply Army soldier. Um,
Mhm.
and that's the mentality. We're warriors. They
Yeah,
train
so
warriors. Not to say
mount
soldiers
training,
aren't
I don't
warriors.
know if you, sleep do you sleep in the field or not? I don't think so. Because every time we came back to the dorms,
No, you go back to the dorms, the barracks,
barracks,
or squad
dorms,
bay, or the squad bay. You don't
yeah.
call it dorms. The dorms is Air Force.
So,
Air Force called Air Force or
bro,
college.
yeah, I mean, that's what it felt like. It felt like a big
It
college
is the dorms,
picnic
but it's
crew.
not. Don't ever dare call it dorms.
Oh, well, I'll put
There
you
ain't no
on duty then.
wait.
You'll be on duty.
Yeah, exactly. The dorms don't have duty. Oh, they have your resident manager, I guess.
Uh,
I don't know. Anyways,
whatever, whatever.
hey, we gotta teach them
So
right.
that
You can't
so
call it
then,
no dorm.
yeah, so mount training, you
Mount
definitely
training.
you do
You're
you
gonna.
sleep out there? I don't remember.
I don't think we sleep out
I
there.
don't think you
I
do. Yeah.
I think there are times where we're gonna do like where we're gonna set up our tents and stuff like that. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but
Well, yeah,
I
what were you
remember
gonna say?
I remember many times we go back to the squad bay
I
to
know.
shower. It's
To the
not like boot camp.
barracks.
It's not like boot camp. And
Yeah.
MCT is like eat when you can. When if you're in the MRE, if you're out in the field, they'll again it's the same thing. Eat here's the MREs and eat when you can. Eat when you have
Yeah.
time. Is on
On
your
your
own.
time. It just felt weird. It just felt
Mhm.
weird because you're just not
Yeah, it
by the
felt
numbers
very weird.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had a
exactly.
little
And
taste of freedom. Yeah, yeah.
and you're gonna keep building that and building that. They keep building you. So this is still training. You're not even at MOS school yet. So from boot camp, MCT, and your mount training is so important. There, you're gonna learn how to clear a room. So
Sick. This
if
is
you
the
find
fun stuff.
yourself, yeah, if you find yourself in the shit, let's say in combat, and you're with a bunch of infantry guys, and they go like, or even special ops or whoever, and they go
Yeah.
like on me, and you have to know what they're talking about, and
Right.
you don't have you don't have to be the one leading. Obviously, you could be the last one of the guys in the middle, but you have
Yeah.
to know what everyone's thinking too.
Yeah. Because you're
Okay,
one
what
unit. You're
when
a
you yeah when you
four-man team.
exactly
Yeah.
exactly, and
Explain
everyone's
that,
gonna go
bro.
in.
So you're
Yeah,
a four-man team.
four man, whatever man team. It doesn't matter how many numbers you are. As
Yeah.
like I said, if you're a supply or a cook, and you find yourself
You know how to do
in the
this.
shit,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be like, all right, you go on me, all right. So you follow everybody, but you have a mentality of what's happening, and what's this guy is thinking, or you have an idea at least,
Yeah.
and
Of the
what
play.
to
What's
think.
the play? Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just being like, I didn't sign up for this. I'm gonna go sit in the truck. No, you
Oh,
gotta,
hell no. You better. I'll be
no,
like, give me your gun there. Give me
I'll
your
be like,
grenade.
yo, I'll grab it. Like, get the fuck over here. You go first. You're
Yeah.
kicking the door. No, I
Uh,
wouldn't do that to a person, but
yeah.
yeah, that's
No,
how it
no.
should be. So that's MCT.
I
You
think the
gotta
first person has to be like your crazy ass person. Your first person has to be the dude. I don't give a fuck
no.
mentality. No,
We
or the controlled
the
person.
way we did it was I don't know. You just take fucking
Whoever wanted it,
volunteers.
huh? Whoever wanted it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Whoever
normally there's
wanted it.
always somebody that normally wants it, or
Hell
there's
yeah.
somebody always designated, and
Yeah.
it's listen, it's normally the lower ranking, that goes in,
Really?
but yeah, it
I
normally
don't.
is the
It is. Oh shit! I
it's
didn't trip
normally
off
the
that.
normal it's normally the normal no lower ranking supposed to always that goes in the military worldwide. It doesn't matter. Lower ranking always goes in first. You're That's why the higher ranking stays in the back, like the generals. You know,
Mhm.
the more higher the higher the rank you are, uh, the more in the back you're supposed to be. That's the theory, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't have to work like that. It's up to you and your team.
Yeah. It's
It's up to
what your
you.
team feels comfortable because like your team,
Yeah,
you're there breeding, like knowing each other's skill levels. So like
yeah.
to me,
You
like
gotta trust, yeah, you gotta build your own team. You trust, and the team that I was attached to, they had it all figured out.
figured out. Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
and
me
then
too. Me
I
too.
was and if the situation came, I was a corporal too.
Performed. You would have performed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I knew I was attached. So here's my thing about MCT and all this combat training that you should be aware of, because I got attached to the infantry, and whenever we
Oh,
did stuff, it was that. It's like, let's go patrol. Okay, they didn't have to teach me anything new technically, except
yeah,
for stuff like, okay, this is our very specific details about the operating area or
yeah.
what you see, and so
With the
obviously
terrain. Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah,
still learning, and you're still learning other tactics too that they conjured up, like, oh, we do this when we do this. Okay, oh, cool, because they understand that I should understand that stuff too. Hey, I know you know this, but we also added this. Oh, that's really cool. And these are things that evolves and training and learning and tactics
yeah,
and stuff like that, and that's how it spreads, which is very cool. And that's what I'm saying,
yeah.
is very important for MCT to learn. And don't think like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be a cook, or I'm just gonna be this,
Ah,
or I'm gonna be that. I don't need this.
you
No.
go to truck platoon and you're gonna do some damage.
Learn that shit. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna do some damage or you're gonna receive some damage. Pick.
Ooh, is that the quote of the day? I should just like you're gonna do some damage or be damaged. Would you say?
You're gonna do some damage or you're gonna receive some
Or
damage.
receive? Yeah, you do some damage or receive some damage. So hey,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
don't know.
That
I don't know. Is that
next
good? Is
shirt.
that
Yeah, yeah, that's
That's
next
the next
shirt.
shirt?
Yeah, on the boot podcast. Yeah,
our boot merchandise.
yeah,
We should have
exactly.
boot merchandise soon. To
Yeah, I would,
both of our subscribers are two out of our two subscribers will buy it.
2 out of our 2.
Our moms.
That's cool.
The
Mom's our number
the
one supporter. Why not?
Yeah, the two subscribers we have.
I don't care about that
Now,
nonsense.
listen. First of all, we have more. We're very blessed.
Let me clear the air. We got tons, trillions.
Nah, we're not. I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is, I just want to say, I'm very thankful for all the followers or subscribers or people that support us.
Oh, look at that pot. Yeah, I like that. Hey,
Awesome, man.
for
Even
real.
if it's
You
just
guys
a
are
few.
awesome.
Hey, yeah, the few, and it's the few, the proud. It is a few right now, but we're getting there. Anyway, so MCT is over, and you graduate. So you do a graduation in MCT too.
Oh, they do a ceremony. Oh, but I think it's with
You
Cammy's.
have yeah, you just have a small graduation. It's a small, tiny graduation. Family can come.
But it's not a big one because right away
it's
you
not
go
like
to
a
MOS school.
yeah.
You don't get a break.
after-
You go right
Mhm.
away. Yeah.
You get shipped off. So the families that did come were people who lived around that area, or
In
or
the
who
San
were just,
Diego, California. Yeah.
or who were just more. I don't know. I don't want to say more into it, but just who are available to come.
No, just available. Available is the right word to use
Yeah.
because I think like imagine you go from boot camp, you got to go to training, and then that's a lot of time to take off if you're not.
Because my
Yeah.
parents already came from for boot camp graduation.
Yeah, that's why
And
like MCT,
Yeah.
schmitzy, like from New York.
it's a month. It's a month, or back then it was 22 days, but then now it's 29 days. So it's a month.
Mm.
A month.
So then
flies by.
let's talk about MOS schools. So
Yeah, and
where'd
then
you
you go-
go? Like what city or what state?
And then so that's the feeling, like, oh, this shit is over again. You accomplished it, and then you pack up everything. You
Check it off. Check
yeah,
it
you,
off.
you surrender all your gear to supply. You have nothing again. You just it's just you and your uniforms.
And a
That's
sea
it.
bag.
Sea bag of uniforms and whatever, what have you, right?
Right.
Whatever little clothes you have in your sea bag.
So where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I went. Oh no, yeah, I didn't go. I forgot if I had 2 sea bags, but I went to Maryland. I got my.
What time? In the winter or the summer? Do you remember?
So I went to boot camp in summer. Went to MCT during the fall, and then got to
Maryland in the winter.
In the end of fall, mid fall to beginning of winter, like December.
Oh, that
No.
sucks.
No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to 2.9 in December. Um, I got there in November,
Uh-huh.
around November,
Oh, how long's your class? How long's your
October.
school?
I believe it's 2 months. Let me see
Okay,
real
yeah, mine's
quick.
just like a month and it's some change, I think. Because supply, there's not too much you can learn about supply. It's
It says
just counting.
the new course length will be 26 training days. I'm pretty sure they extended it. I think it might have been a little less for us,
Uh-huh.
but so it's about a month. We were there for a little bit over a month because I think we had to stay an extra week before class started,
Uh-huh.
and
Was it
then
a big
another.
base or a small base or what?
Oh yeah, so it's in Maryland, Aberdeen Proving Grounds, which is an army base. It was an army base.
Uh,
It was a fairly decent size.
yeah.
Army bases are cool. Army gets a lot
They
of
got
money.
every goodies. They got all the goodies,
Yeah,
obviously. They got
Army
the
gets a lot of, yeah. There's
KFCs,
Army.
they got the malls, like
Yeah, yeah. They're well funded. They're well funded. Compared to Marine Corps bases. Well, Marine Corps bases are nicer these days. Right? And especially 29 Palms, like I said, it's nicer
oh
these days.
yeah, shout
But
out to
there's a
two nine
lot.
homies.
The thing about army bases, there's a lot of them. There's just so many of them in everywhere. There's just everywhere and a lot of
Yeah,
them, and they're done, I think, fairly well. I haven't been to all of them. I'm pretty sure other people would argue, but
contest. Yeah.
yeah, contest. But I when Aberdeen Proving Ground was, I loved it there. I don't go somewhere and be like, this place sucks. I
You
go
go to
there, I'm
New
like,
York
oh
like that? Nah.
yeah, right. Well, it sucks now. I mean, the leaders suck. Fucking
but
Cuomo shutting
yeah,
everything
it's just
down,
cold.
killing
It's just
everybody.
cold. I was just talking about the weather, but you ain't got nothing about
Okay,
cold.
well,
Yeah,
New
so then
York.
you get to Maryland, and then so it's like November, so it's still kind of chilly. Like what did you like? What were you excited to
That's
learn? Like when you got to
that's
the armory
that's
or
my
what?
first time experiencing training in cold weather. So we had a PT.
Oh, Korea, you're cold weather, Korea.
Yeah. I never been to
It's like
no,
what?
Korea gets shit cold though.
Yeah,
And the weathers are extreme.
yeah.
Not that I know because I lived there. I did live there
You
for a
did
little bit
live there.
because
I was like,
I'm not from. What I'm trying to say, I'm not from there. Okay,
oh my God, you're from there. Whatever, that's your people's.
that's
You
not my
stayed there for a
people's.
minute. It's not my
I
people's.
can't be my people. I mean, not that it's not my. I don't like to believe in, like, I don't like to think like that. I know my roots. I get it. I know what I look like,
Yeah,
but what I am, my nationality. I always say it like this, to any American,
your
especially,
other, your
or
other.
anybody, like whatever. People have so much pride in other countries. They're Americans, but they're like, oh yeah, America's this and that. But I'm like, listen, you can't turn your back on America
Oh,
because you
never,
look,
never.
and because there are a lot of people that say these things. Oh, if America goes to war with fill in the blank, I'm gonna have to back. I don't know who I'm gonna be like this. I always tell them, listen, if you ever get kidnapped by a terrorist, where when you go on you're on vacation or whatever, you get kidnapped.
Right.
Wherever you're from is not going to help. Like wherever your nationality,
Nah,
I'm
you're
not
just
your
a
nationality,
rando. You're a
whatever you
rando.
look
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, like the Philippines or wherever, Guam, or China or Korea or wherever, it's
yeah.
not going to help you. Who's going to
Your
help you is
situation.
where you pay taxes, where your social security is, who you are.
Yeah.
You're American, so America is going to help you.
America.
Like, let's say I have a Chinese
God
friend, like,
bless
oh,
America.
I don't know who's gonna, I don't know, China. And I'm like, bitch, China don't give a fuck about you. You don't even exist. You're an American citizen.
Yeah.
They don't, unless you have dual citizenship, and even if that, I don't know. Anyways, besides the point. Besides the point. We got everything proving ground to go to army base. It was nice. We had a small attachment, so the Marines there is just a small class. I think it was about,
So you guys are tight. That's why.
yeah, it was just us. It was just, I think
Like
about,
3,
no.
10.
Maybe something like that.
Oh,
Just
okay. So double digits, like 10 to 20, maybe.
yeah, maybe like 15 at the most. Not many. It was, and maybe I'm pushing the numbers. Yeah, 15. Anyways,
Yeah.
and you're one. That's it. You're just one group, and then maybe I believe there's another upper class maybe that you follow
Oh, that's
behind.
about to finish. Oh,
I
okay. So you got to
believe
see
so.
them.
I believe
So,
so.
yeah,
Not
same. I think it's the same. It's the same. Like when they're getting out, you're
that's
coming
not
in. So
well.
it's a
That's
cycle.
different. It kind of is and kind of isn't because certain MOSs, which is military operation skills, the jobs that you're going to be going into, certain jobs gonna have a lot more people,
Oh yeah,
like and or a lot less people, like depending on
depending on the
what's
MS. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and there's not many armors. There's not many need for that many armors. Like you
yeah,
probably need more infantrymen than armors, obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just that concept of it. So we had a small group, and but the army, that was an army base,
Uh,
and
so there they
that
look
that
at
was
y'all like nobody could touch y'all though. How you're like,
that
well,
was a different
whatever.
experience. So that experience was so unique to me because now we're Marines and we're at the
You're
same
getting looked
level.
at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get looked at hard because first of all, here's the difference. What I learned, when we went to school with the army, so we had
Right.
army people in our class as well because the teachers would teach
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody. Right? So I had some army students in my class, so it was cool. Anyways,
Yeah.
but the functionality of it. So in the school within itself, the Marine Corps would teach us. You guys earned your the title Marines.
Eagle
You
Globin.
guys,
Yep, yep.
yeah, you guys are Marines now. These you might be in student status, but you are full Marines, meaning the hazing, you cannot be hazed anymore. Boot camp, you already get. We did so much hazing in boot camp, basically, that you earn the right not to be hazed, especially by the army.
Right.
Why I'm saying this is because when you go to school with the army, you're gonna have higher ranking personnel like first sergeant,
Ooh.
or not first sergeant, sergeant first class, which is a gunny,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
which is the gunny equivalent
Equivalent
to us.
equivalent to a Gurney? Uh-huh.
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 And and explain why I chose that because I had an incident when they that
Ooh, you got checked. Let's see. Let's hear it. Let's
yeah.
hear it.
So before school started, they gave us all the brief and told us what to do. This is our army base. This is how army goes about things. We're not army. We're fucking Marines.
Arr, arr.
You earned your title. That's what they said. You earned your title as a Marine. You're gonna see army soldiers in the middle of formation get told to do push-ups. Push up, give me
Yeah.
20. Just like the movies,
What?
in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of
That's lame.
randomly, a sergeant might
Give
come
me
over and be like,
20.
"Yeah,
Troop.
give me 20 for not
Give
doing
me
this, so
20.
not doing that. Give me 20," and you have to go down and do push up or whatever. It's corny.
Lame.
You're supposed to walk on the one side of the hallway, and they're so organized like this. It's military, right? On the one side of the hallway, you're supposed to walk one way and oncoming traffic, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
I was in an
Here
empty
we
hall.
go. Here we go.
I was in an empty hall,
Uh-huh.
barely empty, and I'm just walking right in the middle, like I fucking own this
Oh,
shit. I'm walking right in the middle, and out of nowhere turns a sergeant first class, which is a gunny, right?
E7.
East, yeah, E7, right? And he comes, he goes,
Don't correct me
"Hey,"
again.
he goes,
E7.
I didn't correct you.
That's good.
Fact
Go,
checking.
go,
I was
go.
fact checking. And so I see him coming. I'm like, oh fuck. And he goes,
Oh,
all right. Because I knew you were gonna give me shit. I knew.
because
I
you're in the
already knew what I was
middle.
doing.
You knew you doing wrong.
I knew what I was
Come
doing
on,
wrong.
Marine.
And he goes, "Hey, Marine, come here,
Hey,
Marine."
Marine. Hey, Marine.
I don't know if he said that. That's how
Oh,
we talk, right? That's how we
okay.
talk.
Okay, okay.
I don't know how he. I don't know. I forgot what he
Whatever,
said.
whatever. Right.
And he told me like, "You're walking in the middle." Basically, he just told me to do push-ups.
No, he checked you. He said do push-ups. So then what you
And
do?
what we're told by our sergeants, by our leaders, say, if they ever tell you, no matter who the fuck it is,
Ah.
you don't do it. You cannot do it.
Ooh, so
And if you go against us, you're
evaded
going against
order?
direct orders from us, from your command. You know.
Ooh.
So they're real serious about this shit.
All right,
They
all
knew.
right. So, okay, so then
Marine Corps and
you're
Army
in
always
that
have.
you're in that experience. All right, so you're
So he was
gonna
like,
go through it.
yeah, and he goes like, I think he was like, give me 20 or something like that. And
Huh.
I stood at parade. I gave him. I'm full.
You gave him the
full
respect. You gave him the
I gave him
respect.
full
Yeah.
respect. And I called him. I didn't call him sergeant. I called him sergeant first class. Which is funny because Army they call him Sarge.
Yeah, Sarge. Everybody's a
Or-
Sarge. What's up, Sarge?
Yeah, and I was sergeant first class. I'm sorry. I told him sergeant first class. I told him with all respect, sergeant first class. I've been given the order from my command. I can't follow your order to do push-ups. Because it's hazing.
Ooh.
And he goes, he looks at me and then he's like, you're not gonna give me, so you're not gonna something. He gave me a few
Oh,
words, and
he
then
checked you. He checked you. Yeah,
and I
yeah.
said and he told me to do it again. I remember I just said I can't do
Ooh,
it. I
two,
thought,
two.
yeah, I told him
All
Sergeant
right.
first class. I can't follow that order. I'm sorry. I didn't say sorry.
Yeah.
I don't say sorry. Sorry gets you killed. But anyway, I didn't do it, and he said I did. He said something like "good to go," and he walked away. Whatever.
Good to go. He said to
there
get
was
out of my face. Get out of my
yeah.
face.
He couldn't. He
Marine.
knew he couldn't do anything. He knew.
Yeah, high
He
five to
knew.
that. High five to that. We don't bow
Yeah,
down.
give me some knuckle. So yeah, that was my thing, man, and I just remembered that. I'm like, damn. So I don't know where it is in Army phase where they develop. I found that very interesting. I just found that interesting how, and that was a great, unique experience where I got to be in the Army world too and see how it works with them
how
and
they really
how
wrote.
different.
Yeah.
Here's another big different thing: our formations. Marine Corps, no, from what I saw, we kill our formations, bro. We are so tight. We're so
Like,
clean. Our drill is so much better than, I want to say, well, in this situation, Army, because the way every time they would they still had drill sergeants there. I want to say they still had like drill sergeants.
what? That's whack.
Yelling at their
Really?
their formations were way bigger than us. Obviously, we had like 12 people, 12-man formation. It was very small.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
very small, so it was even better to control.
Cover.
It was,
Align.
it was a lot easier to control. And who's leading that formation for the Marine Corps?
Anybody.
Drill sergeants are leading the Army students formations. We were leading our own formations. Our class leader would come out, would be like, form up, and we form up. Fall in, and then we do all the specs and whatever, and we take turns. Who wants to, and then the leader will be like, who wants to take the class home?
Yeah.
And right, left, low, right, march, and then we do all that shit. We do all that.
Wow, that shit looks sick. Yeah.
And we're doing it, and then the Army, we pass by the Army all the time. They're like, and the drill sergeants are like, shut up, everybody, watch the Marines, come by, watch them, look at that, look how tight they are, look at you, they're like, yo, I'm like, I felt good, bro. It's just like one of those things, like, and you're stomping. And it was tight. And those are little differences, man. And you could see, it's like, dude, the person who's even leading us is one of us. It's not our teacher. It's not a teacher.
Nah.
I think the first day, one of the teacher brings us.
Yeah, because to show you around.
And after that,
you're on your own.
But we got to do everything in order. We got to do it with, we got to walk in formation. We can't just walk. I mean, obviously, if there's even just two of us walking, we have to walk. We will walk together, and then when we pass by a flagpole, and I do this with every base that I've been to, whoever I'm walking with, and then I go, all right, hand salute, and we just salute, cut. One person will say it. If there's like at least 3 people, it's corny. I know some people might be like, "Oh, that's corny."
No, it's not corny. It's not corny.
It's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah, you're supposed
to do.
Yeah,
salute
it's
the
written
flag.
law. Yeah.
Salute the fucking flag. Do it accordingly. Anyways,
so you're at school, and then they keep they mix the Army the Army guys with you guys in a class, or you guys are separated?
they mixed us up. I think at one point we started to get separated. After we learn some fundamentals, some basics, I believe we get separated because the Army has different weapon systems that they specifically train in.
Yeah.
And we have specific things that we train in. So we do separate. We do all separate at one point, because even the Army within themselves, they, like the Marines, we will learn pretty much all our basic weapon systems, how to fix it, our rocket launchers, the law system, sniper rifles, M9 pistol, M16s, a lot of weapon systems that we Marines have to learn. I believe the Army has to learn up to a certain point, and then they go into their specific duties that they had to do, and that goes beyond what I know. That's what I was just told by another soldier.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like my he was sitting next to me, and he'll be like, she was it was her, and she was telling me like, oh yeah, this is what
Oh,
I do, and she told me like a bunch of shit. So it's really cool. Listen, everyone's cool. You know, it's all
yeah.
camaraderie. I mean, you know, there is competition.
Of
You know,
course.
huge
Yeah,
competition, but we're all, you know, they're all cool, man. We're all
yeah.
friends. You know, we're all
Shout out to
Americans at
Army.
the
Yeah,
end.
we love y'all, Army. We
You
just,
know,
we're
we're all
just,
brothers and sisters.
yeah.
We're
But
all
let me
in
talk
it. We're
about
all
my
in it.
experience though. Like
Yeah.
my experience for supply school was a little different. It's short. It's super short. It was in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. So
Wait, you went
uh
during the cold time or?
no, I went to her in the summer because I remember we got to leave. And what's crazy is that was my first time at Myrtle Beach, and I guess I never knew Myrtle Beach was like a party town or a party
Oh,
city. Or yeah,
oh
I
yeah.
didn't know because I'm
Oh, it's
yeah.
because it's on the East Coast. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
welcome to the East
I
Coast.
don't know anything about East. Yeah, welcome to the East Coast. Yeah, so that was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, my first taste of the East Coast too.
That's
So
funny.
we're in
That's
Camp
cool.
Lejeune. What's crazy is a lot of Confederate flags when you walk off the base, so it's a little different. I mean, they're
Mm.
still kind of slower. That's so there's Dillard's Mall was right next to the base. Yeah, so we that was my first time because we had females in the class too. So we're just like, oh, like, and a Marine female is, I would want to say, one out of how many troops? Maybe, I don't want to say like 25. Like it's just rare that you're a Marine female and you're signed up. Like there's
Well,
nothing knock on women. I love women, they're
well,
strong, all that good stuff. But
just to
yeah.
explain. I think what so the Marine Corps itself is already small compared to all the other branches.
Right.
So if the other branches are close to, let's say, a million or 800,000
All right.
or more, and the Marine Corps is around 200,000. So it's already
Oh
very
wow.
small. That's why they're
Yeah, yeah.
called the few, the proud, the Marines. And then
Uh-huh.
within that itself, if to be female, it's gonna be even smaller
Rare.
compared
It's
to,
very
you
rare.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
very,
So
yeah, it's a very unique thing. That's why even like in our base, and to Ron's point, even our base, which is combat, like 29 pounds is a combat base,
uh-huh.
MACTAF, you're gonna find even less females. There's no female
Yeah.
units. So I mean, we have females in the hospitals, you know, and they were
Mixed
either
in
attached
some
to,
units. Yeah.
yeah, admin, like they mixed in. They were just mixed in basically. But yeah, very. Yeah. But anyways, to the point, yeah.
So then we're at school, and then yeah, it was pretty cool because we had a guy from Texas. We had, like, we're all different walks of life. And this is the first time you're in the barracks, yeah, and then you have bunk beds, you have your own. So the freedom is pretty awesome.
Right.
The thing is, like,
You're still student
it's,
status though.
yeah, you're still student status and you're still a boot,
Like,
obviously. So
how does student status work? It's like it's just you're a lot more restrictions. You're not a recruit. You're not a recruit anymore. Obviously, you're a Marine, but you're still
yeah,
a
you're a
student status
Marine,
Marine.
but
But you're a
yeah,
student status
so
Marine. You can't travel out
yeah,
very
you
small
can't go
radius
too far. Exactly. So when we
and
got
time
yeah, yeah.
and
So
curfew.
when we got libo, oh yeah, curfew too. So that's the thing too. Once there's libo though, or like once they give you a 96 or
The weekend.
72, yeah,
What?
weekend, it's no holds bar. So
Well,
I think I
not
went,
but you still have a curfew. You still, I think we had to be
yeah,
back in
yeah.
the barrack by 10 p.m. I believe,
No, not on the
something like
weekend
that.
because we slept over somewhere. I remember.
Whoa, you guys did? We did. We had a on in Aberdeen Proving Grounds. We had to come back on the weekends, I believe, by 10 p.m.
Oh
On the
no, I think
weekdays
because it was a 96 or something.
by
Yeah,
9
yeah,
by 9 p.m. Student status I hated it. I hated student
yeah.
status. I hated it.
So
But anyway, yeah,
I think for us, yeah, just because it was a 96 or something, I
could
think
have been.
that's why
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was a long. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Went to Myrtle Beach, got into my first foam party. I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's
Like,
like
I never seen nothing like that. Cause like, I'm like, I never been to this part of the world. And I'm like, oh wow, you guys, cause I'm from the Bay. So hyphy at the time was like, yee, yee, we were like slapping that. And then they're just figuring out E40 out there. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is
yeah.
Bay
Well,
stuff. And
it
then
traveled.
yeah. So like we go to school, and then in supply school, it's just like lame. It's just all inventory. It's very redundant. And to me, there's no rocket science behind it. It's just like like easy stuff. So of course, supply school was easy. It was just getting used to like kicking it with different people, and then I forgot, in school, don't they tell you where you're gonna go to, like what duty station you get, right?
Yeah. So I spoke about
Oh
my part a little bit last time. Yeah. So after you go through school and you graduate, that's like another chapter ending and another chapter
yeah, that's when
beginning, and it's like
that's it.
and it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
exciting there too. Once you finish the school, you're like, finally, I finished the school, and now you're going to the fleet, and that's when
Yeah.
before I told the story before, but for us it was like we all got in a group, school circle, and our staff sergeant's like, calling out the names, whoever going to
Mhm.
Guantanamo Bay. We're like, whoa, that's fucking tight,
That's cool. Yeah, that's
because
cool.
armors go anywhere where there's a weapon system, wherever there's weapons being held, armors could go there. So you're hearing some weird places that I never heard
Yeah.
before, which is like crazy. Some people went to Okinawa, some people went to
Wow.
Camp Pendleton, Hawaii. I wanted Hawaii or Pendleton.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I told you, my buddy Chris, he's a Marine. He told me this before I even went to boot camp. He was like,
Don't go to
wherever you go,
29.
don't go to 29 Palms.
Yeah.
Wherever you do, don't go to 29 Palms. I was like, all right, cool.
Damn, he said that hella
And
times.
then
Hella times.
and then Staff Sergeant goes, Kim, 29 Palms. I'm like, man, what isn't that? That sounds so freaking familiar. Knowing my luck, I'm like, damn, that's the place that Chris told me
Chris said not to do.
not
Yeah,
to go.
Chris
Yeah,
hit you up. He said,
hope
"Don't
that
do
you don't
that."
go there. And
Yeah.
that's where I went. That's when I went to my staff sergeant. After everything was over, I went to my staff sergeant, and I'm like,
Yeah, we heard that already, fool. We
yeah.
already heard that.
Well, and
Oh,
then
just
I went to my
recap
staff,
that.
and then I went to my and I went to my staff sergeant. And I said, I was like, is there any way possible I could get it changed,
Welcome, no Marine.
And he goes like, he told me very genuinely. He said, Kim, 29 Palms is the secret of the Marine Corps. And I don't know, I obviously had like a little ounce of like, is this guy just trying to sell me on it? But he did really convince me the way he said it, and then something about the way he said it and the what he said, and he
Very genuine. Yeah.
very reassuring too. Yeah, very genuine, very reassuring. I said, all right, that's all right. Fuck you up if it's not. No, I didn't say that.
Oh, now he said that. Now I'm like, you didn't say that during that time.
Said in my head. I really did feel like, okay, I don't know. And
just try it, just try it. Yeah.
Basically, and when I went to 29 Palms, I loved it, man. I love 29 Palms, bro. And then I guess that's where we could go into next week when so we finished boot camp, and then we went home for leave, and then we went to MCT for a month, combat training, and then we graduated there, and then we went to MOS school for a month, and we learned our trade, our skill, a specific skill. We did that for like a month or two, and then now we should be around the same time frame, because we went to 29 Palms around the same time.
I came before you, by the way.
You came in
before you.
No, when?
I did come before you, bro. Did I?
No, you came. You joined the Marine Corps before me, a month or two before me, or 2 months before me. 2 months before me, because you went in February, right?
Yeah, I went in February.
Yeah, I went. See, I know this stuff. May, and that means you got to.
So,
I think we got to 29. I think we got to the fleet around the same time. Maybe you went there like a few weeks before me.
I'm pretty sure like a week or something difference, or like it's pretty small.
Went there. I got there.
I thought you would say specific dates. So.
I got there mid-December. I remember. I want to say December 14th.
Who was your roommate? Who was your roommates?
Dude, everybody was in the fleet when I got there, and
yeah, they were out.
They just put me with a corporal, a new corporal, a boot corporal, and it was cool. And I think he was just shocked that he had a PFC. So now there was a PFC and a corporal.
Yeah,
2 boots
in a room.
2 boots in a room. No, but a boot and a corporal, a boot and a corporal in one room, which is not supposed to be,
Yeah, yeah.
But that was,
Like,
but
but
that's
at the
where
time, they didn't have a lot of rooms because they were saving it for the
I
people
don't know
coming
what the
back.
logistics was, but they just
No,
that's
no,
what they put.
remember, they were just coming back from, yeah, they were just coming
Iraq,
back from
everything. Yeah,
Ramadi and
everybody just
everything.
got back from Iraq, and then they went to the field. They just got back from like
Oh, yeah, they went from
leave,
Iraq
and
all
then
the way to the field. Yeah, they went to
like
leave, and then
on
we're already
leave,
to
and
the
then they went
field.
on field. They're already out in the
Yeah,
field, and so
that's
everybody
right.
was. I remember when I got there to the fleet, everybody was already like talking about combat, bro, combat.
No, no,
The
so
cra-
you got there after me because I got there right before they came back. So,
when they come back,
I forgot.
when did you graduate MOS school?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I can't remember. I can't pinpoint that.
So let's look at this. You joined February. You went to boot camp in February. That was 3 months from February, March, April. You
Uh-huh.
graduated in boot camp around April.
Yeah. See,
April.
again, you can't tell me dates like that.
I'm
I
just
don't
telling
know.
you the facts. Like if it's boot
Okay.
camp is three
Okay. Let's
months and
say
you went in
April. Let's say
February,
April.
that's
And then
that's a fact,
April.
right? It's a fact that you went in February. It's a
Yeah.
fact that boot camp's 3 months. So that's
Uh-huh.
February, March. Do we count February? Like February, March,
Yeah, that's
April,
what
or
I'm
is it
saying. Do you count
March,
like as the
April,
whole
May? So
February?
let's just call it. Do you? So let's go March,
Let's say
April,
May.
May.
Let's say May. Let's say
May
May.
you
Okay.
graduated boot camp May,
All
and
right.
then and then you got your 10-day leave, and then MCT is a month, so May, June, so end of June is when you go to MOS school, or beginning of July
Uh,
you go to MOS school. How long is MOS school? Two
a
3 months,
month. A month.
a
A
month.
month. Just one
So
month. Just a month.
July, August is when you went to
Oh, is that when you
29
went?
months.
Oh, I
No,
think I
I went
won.
in December.
I won.
I said I went in December.
Yeah, so I did go before you.
That's not the argument was. Yeah, you did go before me.
Yeah, because I
I
remember everybody was like, we're just cleaning crew all the time. And then like
Yeah,
that's
because
when
if
I
you went
that's when
when
I
you
figured out
went,
like
so when you went to 29 pounds, when you got to the fleet and you checked in and everything,
bro,
were
it was
they?
empty. It was empty because like there was nobody on base yet. They were just about to come back. They're en route from Iraq back to 29.
So that's crazy. And then they went straight to the field.
Yeah, bro, we were 311. So shout out to the artillery company 311. We crazy like that. We live in the field.
That was
So
funny though. Yeah, I remember the whole battalion went to was when I went to 29 pounds, which was December,
uh-huh.
or yeah, I remember. I want to say December 4th, something like that,
Yeah.
like very early,
See?
like early December. And
Seniority,
when I
homie, seniority.
yeah, a couple of months. Did I get you got corporal before me too? Supply
No,
always
no,
does.
you got corporal because like my different supply it was harder. Like if you were admin supply, it was easier.
Okay,
Remember we had
yeah,
bust
like
ass Trevino. Hey Trevino, if you watch this, you still a buster, bro.
you're crazy.
Yeah,
Like
so
that
because
shit.
remember he was admin and I was warehouse. So like yeah, his boot ass picked up before him. I'm like, and he was chubbier, and my PFT score was all better. Everything was better than him.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't look at that kind of. I tried not to, because I got ranked with my bro Kaufman.
Oh, okay.
Steven.
You guys ranked up together, corporal?
We got pinned the same day.
Oh, sick! I didn't know
But
that. Oh yeah.
he's
Oh
a
yeah, he
way
got admin too. Yeah, he was admin supply too.
he was admin and he was way more boot than me. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
super
care.
boot.
To me, I didn't care. Like a lot of people around me were like,
That's not
"Oh
cool.
man,
That's not cool, huh?
yeah, it's not cool." To me, I didn't give a fuck. I
Right.
literally didn't give a
Yeah.
fuck. What I did give a fuck though, what I wished for was that I wished Armory had a lower range, was easier to get rank.
Yeah.
But other than
Because like
that,
obviously
I didn't
more rank,
want
more
him.
pay. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care if another person got rank or not. Like I didn't get jealous. I mean, I did get jealous in the sense that I wanted to be that too, but I
Yeah.
never was
But
like,
you weren't really competing like that. Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't like competing with that person. Like, oh, he doesn't deserve it, this and that. I just I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. I wanted it. I know that I
And then
wanted
I
it,
think
and
anybody who got
I was very
promoted, like,
happy to get
yeah,
pinned. I was
yeah,
so
like,
happy to get pinned corporal. It's one of the best things, and we'll touch that when we get into like within the fleet, and that's one of the experiences. These are the experience when you get pinned in the fleet.
when you get a gang of ribbons like me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get pinned on. You're gonna have ceremonies in the armory itself.
Yeah.
Like our experience within the armory is very different from I think from other people within supply or wherever, right? Because I don't know,
Yeah.
and these are the things I kind of want to know how it was in
Oh, you want to
this.
know?
Of course, because we were always caged up. We were in the cage, you know.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were we
secluded.
were
You're
yeah.
secluded.
We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
our windows. If anybody
Oh, this
doesn't
tiny.
understand an armory, yeah, the armory is very is where we keep our weapons. Obviously,
Oh, don't say that.
units,
People
the
might
unit's
know after
weapon,
this.
and it's yeah, and it's very secured. It should be secured, and there's standard operating procedures on how far the fence has to be, what level of security there are. There's not allowed to be any ammo and weapons mixed in. You know, we can't store
Obviously.
ammo together except for our security rounds that we
Yeah,
all have to have. So that's why, you know, and so being enclosed in the secure building with just
yeah.
your
How many
boys.
people? Like 5? Like 3, 5 people?
Yeah, not many. And we have your custodians, that people
Yeah.
from like whatever company you're with, or battery. You have like 2 custodians that help you manage the cage. So
So explain
armor,
the custodian before you move forward, because I
yeah,
don't think they know.
armor, a weapon specialist or whatever. We do the echelon of the weapon fixing. So we're the doctors, right?
Yeah, and a
And
custodian is.
are the nurses, basically.
Oh,
We
that's
sign
good
off
point.
everything. Yeah, that's the best mentality, the best metaphor. Doctor and nurses is we perform the surgery, we perform the operations. They do everything, all the checkups. Like the patient is the rifle itself, and the owner of that rifle. They'll ask them what's the trouble, what's the problem. They'll write it down on a tag, and then they'll tell me, hey Kim, or Corporal, whoever, and this Marine is having an issue with this rifle. I wrote it down, and then if it's something that I know off the bat, like, okay, this is what's wrong,
Yeah,
I'll fix it, whatever. If
on
it's
the spot.
something, something that needs to be like, okay, then I'll be like, I'll call that Marine up onto his
Ooh.
shop and be like, hey, all right, so when you're shooting, does this happen? And then this is the procedures. You're doctoring, whatever. So that's the custodian, is they manage the cage. So I'm busy with maybe other cages too, because the other armors, there's one armor for every company
Yeah.
or battery, and then you have your 2 or 3 custodians that help you with manage the cage, and then other armors might need help from the other armors, so
His
we can
minions,
go.
his minions. Yeah.
No, so I'll go over, if there's a rifle range, we have to gauge like 300 rifles, because
Save
300
that.
people are
Save that. Save that. You like giving too much details about next week's show.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
getting into that, man. I'm getting into it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love the
save
fleet. The
that. Save
fleet
that.
is the shit. The whole thing
The
about boot
fleet
camp,
is the
MCT,
shit.
MOS school, and then fleet. And it's like, finally,
Finally, I'm a
you're here.
marine. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're really there, and you're not. And then again, we'll get into that in the next episode. But yeah, we finished up. We went through boot camp. That's where you become a Marine, and then you go to MCT, Marine Combat Training, and that's where you
Bro, you said it like
under
3 times already. They know MCT. Just
yeah,
kidding. It's a good. Just say
and then
MCT.
MCT, which is Marine Combat Training, and
For
and
the
then you go
20th
through,
time. Uh-huh.
and that's where you understand what it is. You just get a basic understanding of what it is to be a Marine, and then you go to MOS school, which is
Yee.
Marine Operations Skill, military operations skill,
I
which is
think
your
you said that
job
already
basically,
too.
and that's how you teach them. That's how you teach it. You gotta be repetitive.
Yeah.
And so you go to MOS school, which is military operations skills, and you
God
learn
dang,
your
you said
military
that
operations
already.
skills, and then I'm doing it on purpose. But so now you're never gonna forget, Marine. You fucking forgot what MOS stands for.
What
I
was
bet you
it
don't.
again?
I bet you don't understand. I bet you don't. Did you remember what EAS is? Oh, our last show.
I just know what it means. I just know what it means. End of active
I
service.
forgot. End of
End of
active
active
service.
service.
I should be. Oh shit! Now we're
The little
that you
sparks. The little sparks.
that one you would know. That one, of course, you would know.
Of course. I love
I
EAS.
gotta get out. Yeah, it's the best
Yeah,
part.
and then I honestly, if you're gonna EAS, save your days, because you can leave
Oh yeah,
on terminal.
and
On
we'll talk about that when we get to that episode. But what's gonna happen when
Yeah.
we get to that episode? No, I'm just joking. Anyways, we finished boot camp, MCT, MOS school. and now we're going now. And you go directly from MOS school to the fleet.
Yep,
You check
yep.
in with your unit. We'll
We'll
dive
pick
into
up from
that.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
next
pick
week.
up from there.
The fleet's
Cool,
the shit,
man.
man. I'm telling you, everybody, the fleet is the shit. The fleet is where.
So sign up, everybody. Join the Marines
Oh
right
my
now.
god, man. What all it's like a year of training we just went through just so we could
Yeah,
get to the fleet. I don't say a year, but it's almost a year of training just so we
yeah,
could get to this freaking this one place, and just so that we could do more training.
yeah. So it's
The
crazy. At least
room.
our schools were short. My cousin's school was like maybe I want to say 6 months or 9 months, but he went to
Yeah, some school.
Pensacola. Yeah, he went
Oh,
to like for
he's avionics,
yeah, oh, aviation,
aviation.
aviation, yeah, aviation, yeah,
Yeah, they like mechanic or something, whatever, right? Anything with
yeah,
the
yeah.
aviations, you're gonna have a longer school. I think School of Infantry, SOI school, or I think they call it infantry school battalion, ISB, or whatever.
Mhm.
That's where the infantry goes instead of MCT. So infantry they go to SOI, and we go to MCT.
NCT, yeah, yeah.
Uh, SOI is actually more in depth. Obviously,
More
that's their
intense.
more intense. There, we saw them in MCT. We saw
Yeah, yeah.
them
We saw
on
him too.
training.
Yeah, yeah,
They're always in war paint. They're always in desert camis. Oh,
yeah.
that's where in MCT too. That's when you get to transfer, like you get
Rock the
desert
deserts, and they get to fold
deserts.
and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So and you war paint and everything. That's where we set up our right. Like everyone's going to the chow hall.
All
It's
right, all
fun,
right, all right.
man.
Look
It's
at you,
fun.
look at you. All right. Well, thanks for
I love it.
listening, guys. This guy likes to talk about the fleet all day. Catch us on the next one. All right.
All right. Good
Deuce.
one.
Yeah.
Have a good one.